Right then, here is the Black Sea, or the Irish Sea, but in darkness. Yeah, I'm doing the Illuminations walk now. I'm not going to do the whole thing, I'm just doing mainly the Tableaus, because it's the interesting bit with all the animatronics and all the light effects and everything. I've done it a few times now. I've only done the full walk once in 2021, and then I've done the Tableaus basically, well, has to be done if I come at this time of year, really. It's on from, I think, September till January, so we're about halfway through the season, really. Yeah, they always change the order. I don't think they don't tend to add new ones in that often. But there's the mummy. They always change the order up as them, so you don't really know what's coming unless you obviously remember the order when you're going on the tram coming down, or if you walk down this way. If you're doing the whole walk, it is better to start at Stargate, which is basically just past the pleasure beach, and they get more interesting as you go forward. Then there is one tableau by the pleasure beach. I don't think I'll get a chance to see it properly because it's so far up and it's all on its own. I wish they'd put that down here. It's all fountains, that one. But yeah, again, like, always got to come down at this time of year. It is one of the world famous light displays in the UK.
Open him up on one side, and shave and go down.
And that was the event where you could have your face. You could have your picture on there.
Okay. Yeah, okay then. That one. I reckon.
Oh, is it going to open?
Put your big tool in there.
I think he's lost in that.
Yeah, I'm still watching. It's not going to open now, is it? It's definitely some TLC. More. It needs more TLC than it has done in the past. Yeah, it doesn't look like that's working at all.
I'll try to get home, alright then? Go.
To be fair, I think that's spread around.
And yeah, there we go. To be honest, I'm disappointed. Like, there's a lot of tableaus missing, and the ones that are there are in a terrible shape. I mean, that's where I can start. The sooty ones, they're literally falling apart. There's bits missing, there's squeaking, there's lights out, they're all sun faded, the screen's not working properly. It's just really sad. I mean, look at this over the road. Like, I know that there's always going to be lights out because there's so many to keep maintained, but to have so many in that bad shape, there's little things they could do. Open sesame, the door wasn't working. The ones I've noticed mainly, Postman Pat's gone, which maybe that's because Postman Pat's irrelevant. I'm having to accept that my childhood is going down the drain. But there's a hotel. I don't. It's definitely on this street somewhere near to here. That it's like an Egyptian themed hotel, and that has its own tableau, and it's all big. It doesn't really have many moving parts on it, but it's just a nice set piece. That's gone. And also the one that's probably going to affect the most people, the Daredevil sort of Evel Knievel style motorbike that jumps over all the buses. And they've made it Blackpool themed. The buses go to the pleasure beach, the zoo, and the tower. Where's that? That's one of the most famous ones. And I haven't seen much about it, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. The funding must be terrible for this year. Because yeah, like honestly, it's always good to come down and see it, but it's worth coming to see it, but just bear in mind it's not up to standards with how it was. I didn't do it last year. I don't believe, unless I managed... No, I don't think I did. Because I went too early. But I did definitely do it the year before, and this is the worst I've seen it, and it's... Yeah, but it's just... The thing is, I was quite happy because I thought... I was in Coral Island, and I thought, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of families around. Blackpool, this is, you know... I think because I've just come back from Yarmouth, and I've been to Skegness earlier this year. I've been to so many... This is probably the most seaside towns I've done in a year. And I've got to say, I think this is the worst. This is the... I'm not... Because I want it to do well. I'm not just someone who's like, it's somewhere where a lot of families go, so it's crap. But it's not in good shape. Like, coming back from Yarmouth, where everything's having work done and everything's getting up to scratch. The Winter Gardens is opening again in 3 years. That'll be an interesting project to follow. Hopefully the tower gets... I don't know if it was because of the locals, but that observation tower has been shut since at least the 80s. They just use it for storage. The apartments in the side are open. But yeah, so... Yeah, but, you know, they're obviously... There's things that look tired, but they're doing work on them. The buildings that... There are some buildings that look run down. But it's... As a whole, like, they're trying to get it up to scratch, and it never fell apart. But I'm just... It just makes me so sad coming here, and how... You notice it when you've been to Yarmouth, especially. But even Skegness. People are snobbish about Skegness, and it's just nice. It reminded me of Yarmouth. I really enjoyed it. And then you come here and it's like everything just feels like it's half abandoned and it's just been left, and I don't know. But I mean, obviously, there have been positives to coming to the Illuminations. There are some of them working perfectly fine. Mostly the LED ones without movements, like mechanical movement on them. And they're always nice to see. The Coral Island one's fantastic, that's been maintained, and so is the Alice in Wonderland one. But there's definitely, I'm pretty sure there's a few more missing. I thought there was another Halloween one. I might be wrong about that, but I'm sure there was another Halloween one. But I don't know if that was there last time, if it was. Yeah, it's a bit of a depressing note to end this day trip to Blackpool. This is just falling apart. Like, this is world famous. This should be getting good funding, but they've took Tableaus out, and instead they've put ones in that are falling apart. And all the, there's these new ones. I don't know if they're for the zoo or its own thing. The animals, they look nice. I'm pretty sure they're new, or maybe for last year. And the ones over the road look fine because they've all been made into LED. I mean, these ones are terrible, but you get to the sort of hot ice ones up there and the Pleasure Beach, they look fine. But the Tableaus, I mean, I get they're hard to maintain, but they've done a better job than this in the past. I mean, yeah, they have like a workshop kind of area, and I don't know if that company. That business hasn't had enough funding from the council, if the council's struggling. I don't know. But very sad to see. The place that I've been growing up with and coming to various different attractions over the years, and yeah, after doing that museum, I thought they've got something fairly new. It's been well maintained. It's got loads of stuff for families. That's an incredible thing. That exceeded my expectations. That I thought, yeah, they've had some investment. They had Hole in One a few years ago as well, which is an indoor crazy golf, extremely well themed, great, really, really positive. I did Passage as well, which is a classic. It's had some updates. Yeah, disappointing ending, but the actual scare maze is great. Definitely worth doing. Coral Island, it never fails to be a classic here. And then I've come and done this, and I'm like, why is it so bad? Why is it in a bad shape? It's definitely, it's worth doing, but if you've done it before, bear in mind it's not going to be as good, basically. And it shouldn't be like that, but it is. I just hope that it can get better next year, really. I know that they had some issues with the heritage trams, but the lit up ones have still been going round. At least the boat. I haven't seen the train, actually, but maybe it is and I just haven't caught it. But yeah, but disappointing, this. Yeah. I want to see it do better. And it looks like it's having enough support. I don't know. The trams are rammed. People want to see this. And then it's like this, and you're like, if you've never done it before, at the same if you've done it before, you'll be disappointed because it used to be better. And if you've never done it before, you'll be disappointed because you think it's crap, even though it has the potential to be a lot better. It just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good on them. So yeah, bit upsetting, but there's nothing else to say. Still worth doing, just you have to remember that, bear it in mind. Probably watch some other videos as well to see if it does improve, or I don't know, maybe they'll see a lot of feedback and it'll get fixed by January, but I don't know. So just try and enjoy and make the most of these tableaus, because it seems like they're just disappearing. Hopefully the old ones will come back. We'll have some updates next year. I really hope so, because it does need work, and that's, yeah, it's the same for a lot of this place. I feel like it takes a lot more than what Yarmouth needs, because Yarmouth ended up having to do things gradually, but here, to do it gradually, it takes years. But I hope that this place gets the investment it needs.